Good morning, everybody. It's September the 5th, I think. It's Thursday, September the 5th. I'm going to say yes. If you're wondering why it's so dark, this isn't night. This is in the morning. I'm recording this at like 6:30 in the morning as I go to work. And I know a lot of you are like, what the hell are you doing up at 6:30 going to work? I'm like, well, I got to make some hours up because of our lovely doctor's appointments with the lovely cancer specialist that we did this week. So this is what I do to make hours up. I go in real early, crack of dawn early. Actually, there is no dawn, so it's really technically middle of the night early. It's crazy. Oh, so what's on for this week? Well, I'm still waiting for 4 pieces of art to come back for our Venture Path Iconics Path of Winter. The good news is that I have assigned our Adventure Path Path of Pirates. That's already come back, and the artwork for that is starting to come back. We've gotten the first 4 pieces that came back, and the 4 look good except for one small oversight, which I think is hilarious, and I'm going to make fun of him for this. Jeff Lee missed this little thing that I thought was hilarious. He wrote a description for a Dalreen, and he's describing, sinewy body, opal-shaped eyes, and then the person drew it. Now, I didn't really pay attention when I saw it. I just sent the copy description over. I didn't realize until I got it back, and I looked. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, like, this isn't right. So I look at the Dalreen, and I'm like, dude, Dalreen don't have eyes. And I'm like, no, maybe I wrote that out. I'm like, no, Dalreen don't have eyes. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I go back and look, and I realize, oh, Dalreen don't have eyes. So Jeff Lee forgot that one, so I'm making a little bit of fun of him. Nothing serious, but one of those moments of, wait a minute, that guy doesn't have eyes. So we erased the eyes from that one, and we're going to get a new version coming to us, which I thought is hilarious. I thought Jeff would appreciate that. So there you go. Alex said, hey man, we all make mistakes here. That's why God invented pencils with erasers. No big deal. We're working on those 2 pieces. Of course, I'm still working on Obsidian Apocalypse. We have the VIPs that Eric is working on now. We've done the spells have come through. They're in editing right now. I'm hoping those to come back so I can make spell decks out of them. When they come back, and I start sending them out to the donors. I also need to make a feat deck, which is another big deal. I got to put that together. Is it feat deck? Yeah, feat deck for that. I'm also waiting for Eric to come back with the Iconics that he built for this. We're doing only 4 that are going to be initially released to the donors specifically. We're actually going to have 7 altogether that we're probably going to be doing up very much like a Adventure Path Iconics. That most likely will be Adventure Path Iconics for a Gothic setting. Wink, wink. A Gothic-based Adventure Path. Wink, wink. One of those kind of scenarios. So we'll probably build that like that. Which is also odd since we have 7 races for Obsidian Apocalypse. We're going to need to put in another race. And usually we put in a human race. But I'm thinking maybe we'll do something different since, it's a Gothic one. Maybe we'll find a really cool Gothic monster to include it. That's something I'm thinking of. So we're working on that. But like I said, that's pretty much done. We've gotten the chapters laid out. We're waiting for spells to come in. But it really, it's pretty much close to the end. Just doing the last little bit of layout. But we're 130 some of my pages right now, so you figure another 40 or 50 with all this stuff included. Almost 200 pages. Getting it together, getting it out. I'm glad to see it go, because it's people have been waiting. I've been waiting. I want to. Most likely, the PDF will come out before the actual printed book. I'm going to send the PDF out when we get it completed. Have people look at it just in case you want to miss something. Anything can happen in the PDF. And the cool thing with PDF is, if you need to update it, you can update it and send it again. Ta-da! PDF. That's why I love publishing. The printed one's a little different. We're going to make sure everything's super duper right. We'll do that. Confirm, check, and double check, and then boom, we'll get that thing together, and it's done. And then we'll start. I'll have to get the 100 and some odd copies to my home. Well, it'll be more than that, but I'll be sending out copies to distributors and things like that. To retailers. So I've got to probably get the retailer list very, very soon. That's something I'm going to do probably starting next week. Because I have a list people have been sending me as apparently people have been moving. This has been a big year for moving for companies. That's very interesting. So I'm going to be sending out a little query letter saying, hey, give me your actual location. This is where we're sending it to. We're going to be sending it, next few weeks. We prepared, that kind of stuff. So you'll see it on shelves right in time for Halloween, which is, maybe part of my master plan. Yeah. But it is definitely going to be out by Halloween. I've been working on this a long time. I know how good this book is. I'm very, very happy how well this book is. This book looks beautiful. I'm very impressed with that. I think it's an amazing job. Everybody worked on it. We're still waiting. For some odd reason, this is something else I'm having an issue with. I'm trying to get in touch with Owen Casey Stevens, and I've sent him an email asking him if he got the stuff I sent him to confirm some stuff, and he hasn't responded. So I'm like, what's going on with Owen? So I'll have to find out what's going on with that. But like I said, it's to the point where I'm happy where the work is. This still being early September. Books, October. Early October at the latest. That's like I said, I want to be done by October, because after that we got to start focusing on the Secret Plan X, which we're still technically calling Creature Codex. We're really not calling it that anymore, because that's somebody else's name for a book, which I thought. So I'm just like, Since I do kind of the new name, I'm not announcing it yet, because I haven't done the logo. I haven't touched doing the logo. I haven't even thought about what I want on the cover. I mean, there's so many things I have to do with that to get that up to somewhat speed. But yesterday, I sent out what kind of donors, the donor rates we're going to be looking at. And we're going to be doing, pretty generic ones, but also could be adding, if you are a writer and a big fan of monsters, and if you like monsters in way, shape, or form, we're going to give you a lot of options to submit to this Kickstarter. I think that's the cool part. We're gonna really give you lots and lots of options. If you want to submit, well, let's tell you. Well, if you go to go to Paizo and check out their website, you're gonna see. Check first, what is Secret Plan X. Type it in. You'll find the thread that's going. You'll see what I put in. But I mean, really, you'll be able to submit. Let me see if I can do it off the top of my head. Traps, poisons, feats, spells, diseases. No, diseases include poisons, but diseases, monsters, templates, and then I think I'm going to even add monsters as PC races. I'll let you submit a couple of those, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, anybody who's a writer or wants to be published, this is the one you want to be part of. Let me just put it bluntly. We got 11, 12 companies and 13 writers of third-party publishers. Basically, a lot of people in it are involved that you'll see again. You're going to see these people again. There are a lot of well-known people, well-respected. It's going to be in one book. It's going to be them doing creative stuff, monsters. That I'm like, go to town, knock yourselves out. It's going to be crazy. That's the kind of stuff we built for this already. So I can only guess. It's going to be amazing. So if you're someone who wants to get interested in the industry, wants to be interested in writing, here's a great time for you to submit stuff to us via your reward level. You want to submit a monster, you got a good monster, you think it's good, we'll let you submit it. Basically, it works. The quick overview is, depending on the higher levels of donations, you'll be able to submit 2 of whatever category. Like, at certain levels you get 2 monsters, at certain categories you get two templates. And, you can submit those kind of things. It's kind of fun. But think about it. We're going to let you submit it. We're probably going to pick. I don't know how many we're going to pick. I know we're going to pick some good ones. That's the plan. In my head, you got to see how many people will donate. At these special donor levels, we have a restriction. Most of them have 25 people as a max you can submit to. So, 25. There might be. All right. Let's look at the smaller ones. I know. Poison and disease will have probably maybe 150, 160 possible, entries for that. And I don't know how we're going to choose. We haven't decided how we're going to choose. We might choose just choose 50. So it gives you a 1 in 3 chance. That's not bad odds. How many people here would raise their hand would like to be in a 1 in 3 chance to be able to have their book, their work with John Wick, Sean K. Reynolds, Clinton Boomer, the guys over at Legacy, Owen Casey Stevens, Bob. You get to have your work in a book with them. You think people might look at that? Think people might be interested in that? You think? Maybe? That's what I think. So it's a possibility. So if you are a up and coming writer, or like to become a writer, or like to, get involved and like even find out the process. Because I mean, let's be honest. When you're going to be, doing this, you're going to be finding out the process, how we do the book, how we get everything together. You're going to see a lot of that because we do a lot of inspirational ways. So it's, if you're looking for that kind of stuff, you can do it. You can find it in this Kickstarter. I think this Kickstarter is going to be a lot of fun. I think letting people who do creative things be creative, making monsters, especially for people who like to make monsters. And there are people, and people keep asking, what about this guy? What about that guy? We've asked a lot of people. I can't lie. But at the same time, we still need to make sure we get the initial burst. Because most of these people have signed on to stretch goals. It's been really, really cool about them. We pitched it what it was, pitched what they need to do. Everybody who pretty much said it was like, oh, man, that's cool. I can do that. Some people can't. Some people are busy. I expected some people to be busy. That's the way it is. But I'm hoping, and you can see that, that people who said they were busy, we'll see the Kickstarter will start doing very, very well, and they'll be like, okay, I can get involved. I want to get involved with this, and that's kind of that'd be kind of a cool thing. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for people to go, hey, I liked what I saw. I liked what I heard so and so is doing. I got to be part of that, and they jump on, which is good. That's that's my end goal. That's my end play for this. Yeah. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait. But like I said, before we get this started, before we go diving into this, got to finish up Obsidian Apocalypse. And then we'll go diving into this. That's, that'll be probably our first half of our year. We'll be doing this book. And we'll be putting out smaller stuff. I mean, we still have, there's always tons of Neo Exodus stuff to put out. I came up with a great idea yesterday. I got to talk to some people about stuff. So, there's always work to be done. I think people are very amazed when you find out it's like how much work you can do in this industry based on games. Because people are like, oh, you've run out of ideas. Like, no, you never really run out of ideas. Bring out good ideas, that's another story. But ideas, but you can turn a bad idea to a good idea. I mean, there have been bad ideas that have become phenomenally good ideas. I don't understand how they do it. I mean, come on. But people do it. People do it all the time. It's about looking at what you have, finding what makes it cool. Because everything's got something cool in everything. Even the lamest, most boring thing. At one point, it was cool. Because it was the new thing. So remembering, I'll go with my favorite one, Drow. Drow at one point were probably very, very cool. When they first came out, they're very, very cool. Now they're not. What made Drow cool? What made them exciting? Well, get the essence of that, you can make another cool Drow. Or even better, take the essence of what made Drow cool and put it on something else. That's a skill in itself. If you want to see, I always go back to Star Wars for this. You look at Star Wars. Star Wars is an amalgamation of like several different movies, and George Lucas even tells you this. Like, oh, these two characters were based on, R2-D2 and C-3PO were based on these two Japanese characters from this movie, Hidden Fortress. And it's like, the dude told you, hey man, I like those characters, I put them in my movies, I thought it was cool. But he hit them so well, you thought it was like, you've never seen it before. He kept the essence of what was cool still in his movie, which is, that's important. What is the essence of what you're doing? How do you keep it cool? Gotta wonder, how do you still keep it cool? Oh! Well, I'm here at work, and it's damn early, because the only guys in this are the IT guys, and me. So that tells you how stupid I am. Alright. I gotta go. This has been the Black Edition, as I'm calling it, of me driving to work. So I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Later.